If you have been looking for a cooktop, you have probably seen something called an infrared stove. And it sounds interesting. Works with all utensils, no need to change your button. Simple, plug and use. But then the question comes, is it actually better than induction or just a different option? Because on paper, both look similar, but in real use, they behave very differently. So in this video, I'll break down exactly how infrared cooktops work, how they compare to induction, and which ones actually make sense to buy in 2026. Hi, I am Pooja and welcome to Clearbuy. I spend all my time buying and testing home appliances, TVs, soundbars, washing machines, air conditioners, and yes, kitchen cooktops too, to see how they perform in real life, not just on paper. So you can buy confidently without wasting your money. Everything I share here is from real testing and real experience. Okay, so what exactly is an infrared stove? Simple way to understand it. You know how the sun feels warm on your skin? That warmth travels through infrared radiation. An infrared stove works on the same principle. There is a heating coil under a smooth ceramic glass surface. You switch it on, the coil heats up fast, sends out infrared waves through the glass, and those waves heat your utensil directly. Now, here is the key difference from induction. Induction uses electromagnetic fields, so it only works with magnetic utensils. Steel, cast iron, that's it. Your aluminium kadai doesn't work. Copper bottom doesn't work. Glass pot, no. But infrared, it uses radiant heat, so any flat bottom utensil works. Aluminium, steel, copper, glass, ceramic, even clay. That's its biggest advantage. So why should you even consider this? Utensil freedom. This is the number one reason. You don't need to buy a single new burtan. Whatever you already have, it works. Fast heating. Most infrared cooktops reach cooking temperature in about 10 to 15 seconds. Not as instant as induction, but way faster than electric coil stoves. Chapati and BBQ. You can actually make rotis and do grilling on this. Some models come with a grill rack in the box. Try that on an induction, doesn't really work. Easy cleaning. Flat glass surface, no burner grates, just wipe it down. But here is the thing, it's not all perfect. Three things you must know. The glass surface gets really hot and stays hot for 15 to 20 minutes after you switch off. If you have small kids around, be extra careful. Unlike induction, this surface doesn't cool down quickly. Second, electricity usage. Infrared is about 55 to 70% efficient. Induction is 85 to 90%. So for the same cooking, infrared uses more power. Not a huge difference for light use, but if you are cooking 3 to 4 hours daily, you'll notice it. Third, slow of a boiling. Water, milk, dal. Induction gets that done slightly faster. So who should actually buy this? Buy if you don't want new utensils, you need a backup alongside your gas stove, you want to make chapati or BBQ. Skip if you want maximum energy efficiency, you already have induction compatible utensils, or you cook for a large families where every unit of electricity counts. In that case, go induction. Now if you have decided infrared is for you, here is what to check before buying. Alright, before you go and order one, there are a few things you should check. Won't take long. First, make sure it's at least 2000 watts. Anything below that, honestly, it's going to be painfully slow for regular Indian cooking. Second, go for a touch panel with a digital display. I have seen a lot of knob-based models where the knob breaks off after a few months. Touch is cleaner, lasts longer. Third, preset modes. You want at least 3 to 4. BBQ, stir fry, soup, hot pot. That pretty much covers what most of us cook daily. Now this one's important. Surge protection. Make sure it has at least 4 kV. Voltage fluctuations are real in a lot of areas. And without this, your cooktop could just stop working one day. And lastly, look at the glass. Crystal glass or ceramic glass. These handle high heat better and don't scratch easily. Oh, and one more thing people forget. You'll need a 16 amp power socket. Regular 5 amp plugs won't work. So just check your kitchen wiring before you place that order. Alright, now let's get to the good stuff. Which one should you actually buy? Starting with PGN Radiant Infrared Cooktop. Around 2500, 2000 watts, touch controls, toughened crystal glass, and preset modes for fry, BBQ, soup, and hot pot. Works with all flat bottom utensils. 1 year warranty. Look, at this price, this is a basic no frills infrared stove. If you just want to try out infrared cooking without spending much, this does the job. Want something with more features? Borosil Smart Cook, around 3,250 rupees. This one's interesting. 2200 watts, glass crystallite plate, digital touch controls, and here is the highlight. 8 preset cooking modes: frying, boiling, roti, dosa, idli, and more. That's the most presets I've seen in any infrared stove at this price. It also has an auto cooling fan that kicks in after you switch off. Helps with that cool down issue I mentioned. Made in India, 1 year warranty. Borosil is a trusted name, and this is a feature packed option for this price. Now the one that's been around the longest and probably the most widely used. Milton Classic 2200 watts, around 3,390 rupees. 2200 watts, crystal glass with touch panel, 4 preset modes: stir fry, BBQ, hot pot, steam. The temperature range goes from 60 degrees all the way to 600 degrees Celsius. That kind of range gives you very fine control, whether you are slow cooking a gravy or doing a quick tadka. Digital display shows time and wattage. This has been in the market for a while now, and it's one of the most tried and tested infrared cooktops out there. For most people, this is my top pick. If you want a bigger brand name with a wider cooking surface, Glen, around 4,500 rupees. Glen is a well-known kitchen appliance brand, especially for cooktops and chimneys. This one's 2200 watts with an extra wide polished crystal glass surface, 360 by 280 mm, which gives you more space for bigger utensils. Touch control, digital display, 3 preset modes, 4.5K surge protection, and a steel grill rack included. Cool touch handles on both sides make it easy to move. One heads up though, it goes in and out of stock pretty frequently. So if you find it available, don't wait too long. And finally, Kent Sunstar, 4,599 rupees. Kent is a big brand. Everyone knows for the water purifiers. This infrared cooktop is 2000 watts with 3 preset menus. Microcrystalline glass top, which is actually a higher grade of glass. Stainless steel frame, grill stand for BBQ, and an adjustable temperature knob along with digital functions. Now, I have to be honest here. At 4,599 rupees, this is the most expensive infrared stove in this list. And what you are mainly paying for is the Kent brand name and that microcrystalline glass build. But it's only 2000 watts, while others in this range offer 2200 watts. So it heats slightly slower for the price you are paying. If you are someone who trusts the Kent ecosystem and values that premium glass build, it's an option. But purely feature to feature, the Milton and Borosil give you more at the lower price. So that's everything you need to know about infrared stoves. How they work, who they are perfect for, and the ones that are actually worth your money right now. Remember, the biggest advantage here is that you don't need to throw away your existing utensils. Whatever you have, it works. I'll tag and leave the best infrared stove links in the description below. Please check them out. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps Clearbuy grow and keeps these honest reviews coming. Drop a comment if you have any questions or if there is a product you want me to review next. I read every single one, and your feedback shapes what I test. Until next time, don't just buy, Clearbuy. See you soon.